Hey guys, so this is Stephanie here and welcome to my channel. Today's look is kind of like an everyday look that I like to do. I mean, not necessarily every day, but something that I can do every day. It's just a simple kind of like brownish winged out eyeliner with really simple champagne and brown eyeshadow and just regular blush and lips and everything. This is really like my go-to lip color and go-to blush and bronzer. So, forewarning, a lot of the video has weird lighting just because I was filming for the first time in my room and I had this weird light set up and it wasn't turning out so great, but stick with it and hopefully you'll like this. And yeah, if you're ready, just keep on watching. Alright, so I'm going to start with using a primer, and this is the one in, it's NYX Milk Pen, but I just put it into one of these like Lush sample boxes just because it like, my pen was messed up, so I just had to do this. So I'm going to place this, and just in case I'm like looking that way, it's because I have my mirror that way, so if I'm looking that way, it's because I'm looking at myself in the mirror to my makeup. I'm just going to put this all over the lid. And I'm also going to add it to right under my brow as like a little highlight. Okay, now that that's all over my lid, I'm going to come in with my Sonia Ketchup. And this is in the palette Bite the Dust. And I'm going to be using, I don't know which one it is exactly, but the more champagne color right over here. So I'm going to be taking this one. And I'm just going to be taking that on. And I don't know, this is something on Target. It's just a simple eyeshadow brush. Nothing special. Just taking it on this, and I'm going to put it all over my eyelids. I'm kind of just using a dabbing motion to push it all in there. Okay, so if you guys can tell, it's all over the top. You're going to come in with the darker shade now. It's kind of like, it's like a brown purpley gray. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's got a lot of like colors in it that kind of show as the sun hits your eyes. But I'm just using a tad bit of that because I am going to be doing a winged eyeliner with brown and I don't want this to overpower the other. So I'm just going to focus that on the corner of my eye and dragging it in just a tiny bit, making that kind of V at the end. So now we are going to take Sephora's Waterproof Eyeliner Cream in Smoky. And it's Smoky Cream Liner. And this is in the shade Statue Bronze. So I'm going to be taking that on an e.l.f. angled eyeliner brush. Looks just like this. I'm pretty sure any angled eyeliner brush will work best, but mine actually looks a little bit beat up, but that's okay. It still works, don't worry. So just take a little bit of this product on the brush, and I don't know if I can do this on camera, but let's try this. You start at the edge and draw a line directly up so that it hits the edge of my eyebrow. And yeah, what I'll do is I'll compare the two and make sure they look symmetrical. And if they do, which they do right now, I'm going to just go ahead and draw a line going from the edge of this to the center of my eye. Just a straight diagonal line. And if you guys can tell, it looks something like that. And doing it to the other eye now. Okay, so now that they're both filled in, what I like to do is make sure I get a sharp point at the end of my cat eye. So I will go back and get just a little bit of product on my brush. Not too much, because if you do, then you might apply too much, which will then cause another blunted end, and I like sharp ends. So just taking a little bit of product on the edge of my brush, I'm going to go up, moving opposite of direction I was going before. So kind of building that color. Now I'm going to move on to lashes. So I'm going to be taking my Maybelline Big Eyes Falsies. So it's one of the Falsies line. It's one with two ends. And before, of course, I'm going to curl my lashes, and I might do this off camera just because it's really difficult to do it on camera with a cute face. So I will meet you guys back here when I have my lashes done. Okay, so now my lashes are done. I don't know if this camera is picking it up, but I've got them in. And I do two coats on both the top and the bottom because I like to get a lot of oomph in my lashes. So, sorry. Now that we're done with that, we are going to move on to cheeks and lips. So, sorry, something was in the way. For bronzer, I'm going to use New York City's Sunny Bronzer. This is just something a lot of people have used before. So I'm just going to take that on an e.l.f. blush brush. And I'm going to just tap a little bit on my brush. So just swizzle it in. And you can tell I got just that much product. And I'm going to make fishy faces now. So I'm really concentrating this on the sides of my cheek, bringing it up to kind of like halfway towards my temples, but making that C. Once again, just finding the hollows of my cheek and moving it up that way. So, I don't know. I kind of like intense blush and bronze, so that's why mine seems to be a little bit darker than maybe you might like, but that's okay. I do like to do a couple of swirls on my cheek just to really intensify the color down there rather than to just continue sweeping. And we are good. Just make sure you blend that out properly so you don't get any funky lines. And that's that. I don't know if you can really tell, but I don't know if this might pick it up a little better. I'm sorry, I'm like playing around with lighting just because like I haven't ever filmed in my room before. And the lighting sucks if you guys can't already tell. So that is what my bronzer looks like. And now I'm going to take Revlon's Soft Spoken Pink shade 040. And this is one of their like matte line of blushes. And I really like these a lot. I love the fact that they're matte because it's really hard to find matte things in drugstores. So once again, just wiggling my wand in there. Kind of tap off a little excess. And I'm focusing these on the apples of my cheeks. So just kind of blobbing it on there. Not really rubbing it in just because I have used this brush for my bronzer, so I don't want to get my bronzer on that again. I just really want the pink that was on the tip of this brush to land on my cheeks. Today for my lip color, we are using Wink for Pink from Revlon. I don't know if it'll focus. Okay, it doesn't matter. Anyways, we'll do the color. So what I like to do, I'm like almost out, guys. What I like to do is take my foundation on the edge of my lips just to kind of give it a base, and also that allows me to shape the way I want my lips to look. I don't know, but I'll just show you guys. So I like purse my lips and just rub it in. Now that that's done, just gonna take it and apply it straight from the tube. I like to move up towards my Cupid's bow. I think that kind of accentuates it, and I like to accentuate Cupid's bow. I don't know, but for me, I always feel like right when I put on my lip gloss, lipstick, it like never looks as good, but then like as it settles, it just gets better. So it may not look that great now, but once it settles, then it'll look a little bit more natural and less as if something is on my lips. So I'm going to take this again and just touch up the corners of my mouth. We are finished. So thank you guys for watching. So I'll show you with my hair down so it doesn't look that crappy. Yeah, so this is just like an everyday go-to look that I do if I want a little bit something more special, which is why I add the winged liner to it. Thank you so much for watching again, and sorry for all the lighting issues and how, like, a lot of times you probably couldn't see my face just because, like, the camera was focusing weird and it got all dark at some points, but this is the finished product, so if you like it, subscribe, and hopefully more of these things will come out. Thank you. See you later, guys.